going on YouTube? Reezonoticz coming at y'all once again. It's been a minute since I did a video, man. The last one was my Christmas exclusive where you saw the 3 new titles that I got for Wii U for Christmas. I showed them off. I talked about them a little bit. Also the new Mario Collector's Edition Wiimote, the red Wiimote with the Mario M, and all that good stuff, man. So you guys haven't seen me or heard from me since then. Just a little. This is a video basically my random thoughts, just a general discussion, if you will. Basically, man, I just wanted to start off by saying, if you've been watching what's been going on with the sales of the big three consoles, going through the holidays and now coming out of Christmas, for the haters, excuse me, for the haters, it would be asinine to sit there and continue to make claims that the Wii U is doomed. I say that because it has not only sold tremendously well, but on more than one occasion has outsold the Xbox One globally. PS4 is selling through the roof. PS4 is having a hell of a sales spike during this holiday season. I will say 2 things about that. First and foremost, congratulations, because I'm not going to hate on that. That's great. Your console's selling well, so more power to you. Sony, good job. The second thing I will say is I'll be interested to see how long this sales spike for Sony would last, only because they don't really have any games right now. So basically, a lot of people are buying in on the promise of future content, which it's not ill-advised, because there is going to be future content. I mean, we know this. We know Sony's going to come with their big guns, as they figure stuff out. They're going to come out with Gran Turismo, PS4 version of it. They're going to come out with the next Uncharted, the next God of War, and things of that nature. And we all know that, what's the name of this? Second Son. Jesus Christ, I can't believe I forgot the name. Infamous, there we go. Wow. We all know that Infamous Second Son is gonna come later on this year. Another big games like that. So it is a good faith deposit, if you will, from the consumer in Sony's product. But I'll be interested to see how long it keeps going at this pace, because they're supposedly going through a really big drought. I mean, this drought is supposedly, they're going to have the longest one, if I'm not mistaken, between Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. You saw Nintendo go through their 88-day drought early this past year in 2013. Now we're seeing both Sony and Microsoft go through their drought. Sony is projected to have the longest drought. Theirs is supposed to go into the hundreds, 104 or something days. That's what was projected. We'll see if that's what really happens. So I'll be interested to see how long they keep selling at this pace, but they're selling very well. The Wii U is right behind them in sales, and globally the Wii U is the leader right now as far as worldwide lifetime sales. Xbox One is trailing behind. So, I mean, I myself was just at Target, I want to say about 3 days ago, doing groceries with the wife and the kids, and I told her, let me pass by the electronics department real quick, because I wanted to see how the big 3 were selling, and I wanted to see what was out there. I mean, if you would have gone earlier in the year, the Wii U would have been on display with just demo videos and very little games. I went, and the Wii U demo thing was showing Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, all these upcoming games, and the section for Wii U, all the big games were there on display. Mario, Pikmin, Zombie U, Wonderful 101, little Wind Waker, all this was on display, so they wised up. And I looked under each system's display, because that's where they had their glass case with the consoles actually there. There was not one PS4. There was maybe 2 or 3 Wii U's left. There was like 7 or 8 Xbox Ones. And just like no interest in the Xbox One right now from a lot of consumers. So that's very, very telling. Microsoft really needs to turn their stuff around. But anyways, yeah, the Wii U selling through the roof, man. It continues this very steady climb in sales, momentum going their way. I mean, I'm just having a blast right now with my Wii U and the new games that I got. I mean, I still constantly go back to the launch day game that I got in Zombie U, which is just the best horror survival game I have played since Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. I still go back to New Super Mario Bros. U, Assassin's Creed 3, or Black Ops 2, whatnot. But man, right now I'm just going ham, dog, on Batman Arkham Origins. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag on the Wii U is stunning, and the gamepad is just a whole new dimension of play. Wind Waker HD has me mesmerized. Wonderful 101 still going at that. I mean, there's so many titles right now on Nintendo's console that, and then there's titles also that I want that I still don't have, like Sonic Lost World, for example. There's a lot of titles on the Wii U system right now just bumping, you know what I'm saying? And PlayStation 4 doesn't really have that library yet. Xbox One, I mean, aside from maybe Dead Rising 3, sorry, and Killer Instinct for the fighting fans. Not really much there, man, still. So we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, Wii U definitely on the rise, man. I do expect a slight drop in sales, but that's for all three because the other holidays are over. So we're going to see that come down a little bit. But I believe Wii U is going to be selling very strong at a very steady pace throughout 2014. I mean, right now, within the next month, we got a big-time AAA game, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, boom, coming at us. You know what I'm saying? And Wii Fit U is supposed to drop, I think, in a couple days. The retail version, so a lot to look forward to if you're a Nintendo fan. Me myself, I'm just like, I mean, I ain't buying a new game. I mean, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, I'll get it because I'll just get like, you know, eShop cards for my birthday, which is February 5th, or you know, cash, and then I'll buy it when it comes out. But other than that, there's so many new games that I have that I'm still playing through. I'm not gonna be buying a new game for a long time. Plus, there's a lot of stuff going on. We're moving to a new house and all that. So there's a lot of stuff going on in my life right now that's kind of has gaming on hold. Not as an activity. I'm always gaming. But, you know, buying games and keeping up with what's going on. I'm kind of subdued right now and laid back a little bit because there's a lot of stuff going on. So, but yeah, man. I mean, it's just looking good for Nintendo. It's looking good for Sony. Not so good for Microsoft. We'll see if that stays the same. If the order switches around, you know, what happens as the months go on as we go into this new year. But yeah, man. I mean, they are selling through the roof. 3DS is still dominating, and I mean that's that, man. Another thing I wanted to talk on, real quick, excuse me. Another thing I wanted to talk on is I just saw a video. I'm not gonna say who it was by because so many reasons. Because number one, out of respect, because I don't want it to be taken as if I'm calling this dude out because I'm not per se. But also because, you know, it's just one of those people that you subscribe to because at one point you thought they knew what they were talking about, and just over the last couple weeks, the more and more that you see from them, you're just like, wow, this person is just jaded, you know what I'm saying, and just whacked out. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to hit that unsubscribe button. But yeah, the video was basically talking about how this is most likely the last generation of consoles. Y'all heard this doomsday, you know, argument over and over and over again. This is the last generation of consoles. Something that's been going on for the last 30 years, you know, uninterrupted, but you know, this is the last generation of consoles. You know, consoles which have been around for 30 years that have seen new fads and new things come in and out of the industry or try to make space in their industry, only to come and go while they stay strong. Yeah, but this is the last generation. Why? Why? According to this person, because phones and tablets. Phones and tablets. Now, we've heard this argument over and over and over again. And I would have thought that the royal, for any viewers of mine that happen to be female, might get offended by this statement. So please take it with a grain of salt. Understand that I really don't want to offend anybody. This is the kind of, I have to, you know, communicate my point like this in this particular argument. So please excuse me. I would have thought that the royal ass rapage with no lube that the 3DS has been giving these smartphones and tablets and everything else would have cemented the point that consoles and dedicated gaming systems and handhelds are not only here to stay, they're here to rule. PC gaming will do its thing, and it is the definitive experience, but console gaming is what the majority has always wanted, has always enjoyed, and is going to continue to enjoy. I would have thought that what the 3DS has been doing, just teabagging the crap out of the competition, I thought that would have proven that point. But no, according to this guy, because the computing power is growing so fast and quadrupling year after year in these tablets and these phones, that's gonna take over, and there'll be no more consoles. And he was talking about how, because you can get the same experience now, more or less, it'll be better in the future, but you can get the same experience by hooking up your tablet via HDMI cables to your TV, then getting a whole other controller that they sell, and having that be compatible with your tablet to play it on your couch through your TV. So I'm going to go and I'm going to get my tablet, buy the cables. Well, you got to make sure that your tablets are compatible on number one. So I'm going to go through that headache. Then I'm going to get more cables and pay for more cables. Hook them up into my tablet to hook them up to my TV. Then I'm going to go and pay more money, right, for an extra third-party controller that is compatible with this tablet to be able to play this game sitting on my couch, on my TV, through my tablet, and the HDMI cables, when I could just buy the console, buy the game, pop it in, and enjoy. I'm going to go through that mission of setting up mission control from NASA over here with all these cables and tablet hooked up to this, hooked up to that, making it look like a giant fucking Sega, where you had the Sega Genesis hooked up with the Sega CD with its own power supply, then the 32X with its own power supply. We're going to do that and go through that headache to be able to enjoy on our TV a console experience through a tablet when I can just enjoy it through my console, as I've been doing for the last 20 years. It's when I hear asinine bullshit like that I'm just like, wow, bro. I mean, really? Really? This is the last generation of consoles. Why? Because the sales aren't where they should be? Newsflash. Midway through last generation, we hit a recession. We are still in the recession. Okay? Yeah, things have gotten better, but it's not the same as it was before the recession. Before the recession, gasoline was $2 a gallon. Now, after the recession, after the war, gas is still $4 a gallon. Cost of living in general has gone up. Of course, these goddamn console sales and game sales ain't gonna be where they used to be. That doesn't mean it's the last generation of consoles. Halfway through the generation of last generation, the recession hit, and things got bad. Okay, so why were we not saying, oh, there's not gonna be a PS4 or a next Xbox or a next Nintendo? This is the last generation. Y'all are just the same crying wolf bitches every generation, trying to doom somebody, whether they're trying to doom Nintendo, doom Sony, doom Microsoft, or doom gaming industry as a whole. We're heading for another crash. We're heading for another crash. You know what? The crash, that I do believe more in, because it could happen. I believe Nintendo would be unaffected, because they're the only unique ones in the industry. Their IPs and their systems are the only unique ones, whereas Microsoft and Sony are pretty much twins. So they're going to fucking kill each other in that situation. But it's like, oh, we're heading for the next crash, and no more systems, no more consoles and phones and tablets. Man, have you sat there and tried to play a fucking big time AAA type game on a tablet, on a touchscreen that has no buttons whatsoever, no force feedback, no nothing? And then you want to tell me, oh, I'll hook up wires to it to hook it up to my TV to still sit on my couch and still play with a controller like I already do with my console? I mean, look at the logic. Think about it. I'm not here to say that mobile gaming and the tablets don't have their place. They've definitely made their spot, their little niche in this industry. But to say that they're going to take over to the point where they drive monsters like fucking Nintendo, who's been around for 30 years, to stop making consoles? Where they do that at? Where do you see the common sense there? You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to touch on that real quick. Again, I'm not going to give the dude's name. And, by my description of what I've just spoken about, some of y'all might know who I'm talking about. Like I said, there's no disrespect to him or anybody else. I just think you are entitled to your own opinion, but that doesn't stop your opinion from being a load of shit, man. At the end of the day, you can have your opinion, and just like many assholes, it will stink. And your opinion is garbage. You know what I'm saying? I hate to sound like that. I hate to sound so close-minded, but it's like, yeah, that's your opinion, but fuck your opinion. Your opinion's stupid, dude. There is no logic to it that supports it. Matter of fact, there's 30 plus years of contradiction to your argument. Consoles are here to stay. They will always be here. They're going to continue to get better and evolve, just like PCs do, just like these tablets will, just like the phones will. But if you think that sitting there on a tablet or a mobile phone is going to completely eradicate the home console experience, who the fuck wants to sit there and play a game like Legend of Zelda or something like that on a goddamn touchscreen? Exclusively on a touchscreen on your phone. Sitting there playing it. Phone call interrupts the game. The fuck out of here, man. Get out of here. Anyways, man, that's my time. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I might make one more video after this, but it's going to be on a whole different topic. It's not even on gaming. It's on movies, and it'll be very interesting. Y'all will tune in for that. I'm going to defend a certain movie that is considered one of the worst movies of all time. So stay tuned for that. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. Peace.